You've worked with big names, Halle Berry.
Excuse me. I'm looking for Budokan. Is that you?
Idris Elba.
I know who you are. That love, the outlaw hunts down those who trespass against him, no mercy.
But now you're working with me.
Yes.
That's a monumental step down.
Actually, no.
I would disagree.
Most actors come to this work saying to me, Denise, I'm horrible at accents. It's a muscle that can be exercised. It's something that can be learned. And then—
Do I look like I exercise?
By day, I'm a journalist, but at night, I dream of becoming an actor. And while I've had renowned roles such as Man Who Chokes on Sandwich in previous indie films, I wanted to take my acting up a notch. And that's why I went to go see Denise Woods, renowned vocal coach, so she could teach me a thing or two about dialects.
But I don't only coach actors. I coach public speakers, broadcast journalists, or anybody that uses the speaking voice for a living.
I looked away and I'm using my hands. I don't know if that's okay.
That's okay. That's okay, as long as it doesn't become distracting. You've got to need the gesture. Shakespeare's in Hamlet, Hamlet says to the players, his advice to the players, suit the action to the word and the word to the action.
What is the biggest misconception with your job?
I think it's that I'm trying to change people. I think people don't typically come to me unless an agent, a manager, or someone tells them you need to see a dialect coach. And so I make and create, with your help, the best version of you.
You're from New York, right?
I am born and raised New Yorker.
I do a northeastern accent.
Which one?
My Boston accent. I could always say Tom Brady, Chowder. Is that it?
Well, first of all, you're working too hard.
So if you were going to teach me New York,
Yes.
I assume that would take like 30 minutes, right?
A lifetime.
Really?
There's a lot of time between 30 minutes and a lifetime. So it's not a lifetime, but it's certainly not 30 minutes. Because the real issue when it comes to dialects is rhythm. So there's a certain rhythm that comes from culture. And New York, the rhythm in New York is the rhythm of the New York dialect is very percussive. It's this kind of drive. The consonant sounds are very percussive. They're hard, you know. There's also—
So you're saying it's going to take more than like 10 minutes for me to learn?
No, well, you'll be able to affect it, but will you know it? No, but you'll be able to do it. So just say, water.
Water.
Water for daughter.
Water for daughter.
I bought a cup of coffee for my daughter.
I bought a cup of coffee for my daughter.
Yeah. So you got to take your mind out of it. You got to just jump in and just feel it. What type of student were you in school?
Paranoid?
I mean, were you an A student? Were you a B student? And a paranoid student is probably a really good student because
I was really good.
Yeah.
I was really good.
And you're not being facetious, are you?
No, I was a nerd.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you knew that? You could do, by looking at me.
Can you just say, park the car in Harvard Yard?
Park the car in...
Park the car
Park the car
in Harvard Yard.
in Harvard Yard.
Yeah, that's all.
And I'm from Oklahoma, so how am I supposed to say it?
Ooh, you tell me, Mr. Oklahoma.
I grew up there and I never developed the accent.
The more global we become, the less dialectically specific we are, because kids want to sound like everybody else that they see online and see on television. They don't want to sound like their parents, heaven forbid. Your generation, I think you're a Gen Xer. You're not a baby boomer for sure.
No, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. No, my southern accent...
Wait a minute.
Wait, did it come out there?
It did, for the first time, because I'm listening for it. You said accent.
Accent.
Scent.
Scent.
It's not an accent, it's an accent. Scent. My accent.
Oh, my
you
accent.
guys do what we call a pen inversion. You say many men. You say many?
Mini. Yeah, mini.
And it's many.
It's mini.
No, that's the mouse.
What's your favorite part about this?
We can talk about our dialects. I can talk about New York. You can talk about Oklahoma. We can laugh about how you do Boston. But I would never, ever make a person from Boston feel that their dialect is less than a person's dialect from New York. Being a person of color, I say we don't all look alike, so why should we all sound alike?